Tonight on Top Hangar, Richard looks small, James is stuck in tight spaces, and I go round and round. Welcome to the second episode of Top Hangar. Thank you, imaginary crowd. Let's do the news. And news I have for you. This might very well be a Crusader starter ship. Say hello to the Intrepid.
Am I looking at this right? How are we supposed to look at this?
Yeah, is this the front view or is this the back view?
Oh, come on, you two. I actually like it. It's functional, it has space, very unique cargo hold, if I may say so, and my favorite, asymmetric design.
Yeah, you do have a crooked nose.
That's it. I knew I'd seen it somewhere. That ship looks like your nose, Jack.
Well, as long as it's a Crusader nose and not a Drake nose.
Okay, fortunately, we do have a new symmetric ship launch as well. The Zeus has come out. Here it is.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too, but the wingtips look like they might come off in a stiff breeze.
Yeah, does look like they spent their entire budget on angles.
I like it, but I won't buy it.
Why? It's like a mini Polaris in design.
Exactly. If you're flying a Zeus, you're announcing to the world, I do not have enough money to buy the Polaris, so I will just buy a Zeus.
That's rubbish talk. It's not like that.
Okay. Does anybody here have a Zeus?
I do!
Do you have a Polaris?
No!
Why not?
Haven't got that kind of money.
There you go. A cheap man's Polaris.
That's rubbish talk.
It's a known fact, Doggy. It's a known fact.
Okay, I will say, however, it really does look like a Dorito, more than Polaris.
Yeah, that's true. But making ships based on food does give me indigestion.
Hey, I got one for your stomach, James. The caterpillar looks like a flaming hot Cheeto.
Oh. I can agree with that. Oh. The vulture looks like chopsticks with noodles bundled around in a bunch.
Well, Rescue Red Pisces looks like a tomato.
Like a Picasso tomato. Oh. Well, we can all agree on which ship is a potato.
Which ship?
The Cutlass.
That is...
Well, it's not a food ship, but have a look at this. What does that remind you of?
It's beautiful.
Does it not look like a toned sperm whale?
What?
What, like a muscly sperm whale?
Yeah, I mean, look at those lines. It's pretty much a whale. Take the turret off and you've got a blowhole on the top.
But I'll say this. The Star Lancer is one good-looking ship. It's a proper cool wall ship. Sub-Zero, in fact.
Oh, when are we doing the cool wall?
We would do it, but the producers just ran out of money to buy us stationery. We'll do the cool wall maybe next episode, and we'll get to the Star Lancer soon. Meanwhile, let's get to the ship at hand. This ship is a big one. As big as Mr. Hurston's golden statues on Lowville. In fact, this ship is so big that it'll take not one, not two, but all three of us to have a look at it properly. And going by the size of things, we will let the short one have it first. Richard Dash, you're on.
Yeah, well, I'm not a giant like the baboon talking just now. I am what you'd call a perfectly average-sized citizen for Stanton. I've been told I'm a good size anyway. but I do have something truly massive, enormous, gigantic even, to show you. This ship. The RSI Polaris. Polaris is classified as a capital ship, and while it may not be on par with a Javelin or an Idris in terms of sheer size, this is the biggest thing you're likely to see being flown by an ordinary citizen anytime soon.
I've already said that it's big, but let's get some facts. Its length is 166 meters, and at its widest point, it's 82 meters wide. That might not mean anything, because numbers.
To make all those numbers easy for Jack to understand, it's 24 Furies long and nearly 10 Auroras wide. That's big, citizens. To demonstrate just how big, I'm gonna need a little help.
Here is a Fury next to one of the 5 turrets. Here is a Fury next to the bridge. Here is a Fury next to the landing gear. Here is a Fury doing laps inside the hangar. And here is a Fury next to the thrusters. And that's a fried Fury. Polaris is a military-spec ship that ordinary civilians can buy. You just need to pass a UEE background check to prove that you're not, say, a member of Xenothreat, or perhaps just bribe the BMV on Lorville.
You'll also need to cough up more credits than you'd need for 10 railgun magazines. That is easily $890 jump money for a machine that isn't exactly an $890 jump. But on the plus side, it's not a Drake.
The Polaris is a brawler. It's absolutely bristling with guns, both manned and remote, energy and ballistic. It's an unholy buffet of whatever flavor of destruction you're in the mood for.
And right now, I'm in the mood for some Drake hunting. That was very satisfying. What, James? You're shooting me looks this whole time. I could see that vein in your forehead. What could you possibly say to criticize this brilliant piece of machinery?
Well, for starters, what's the point of these spacious hidey holes on each side of the bridge? Walk-in robe? An unfinished ensuite bathroom? What? I suppose if you're out cutting scrap on the surface of Hurston, they can hold around 12 undocumented workers for a current total of 24 bodies. Impressive. Moving back into the disgustingly utilitarian ship, we have what is essentially a series of very poorly lit military-grey corridors. Or is that battleship grey? It is hard to tell in this dim light, but it is clearly not Origin's sapphire white. But there are plenty of them. Corridors, connected to more corridors, also grey, with barely any headroom. Trip hazards with weird trapezoidal angles. You'd think that RSI would have invested a bit more cash to get a few downlights put in. I can barely see where I'm going. What I'm getting at is that after a few too many G&Ts on the slow days, it's probably safer to just lie down on the floor till you sober up. But it's not all bad news. There is a rather fleshed out medical bay, somewhere on the ship, amidst the corridors. But if you do end up bashing your head while a bit sozzled, you know you'll wake up ready to go again, if you can ever find your way back to the bridge through this liminal hell of corridors. Talking of G&Ts, we do have a ridiculously uncomfortable mess hall that doubles as an impromptu clubroom, complete with snazzy lighting. What a jolly shindig. We also have a crew quarters. I guess they're sufficient. Compared to the luxury Origin crew quarters, these are lacking in terms of comfort, but everyone gets a standard issue scratchy blanket, so that's fun. I have found that the engine bay doubles as a meditation pond for the days that just get a little bit too much. Perhaps we can have a biotech company invent some sort of koi that can thrive in coolant for just a little bit of added pizzazz. But it's hardly a comparison with the spas you'll get in the jump. Missed a trick there, I think. And here's the cargo bay. Great for lazy people, with handy lifts here and there. Saves wear and tear on the knees and any sort of hard work moving larger boxes around. But it's hardly a comparison to the Origin storage systems that will fully extend out of the ship and are properly lit. There's also a hangar and a brig somewhere, but I can't find them. That pretty much covers it. Oh, hello. Are you lost as well, Jack?
I'm too much of a man to admit that, Augie. But yeah, do you know where is the bridge?
No. What I can tell you is a better name for this ship. I hereby dub this vessel the RSI Corridor.
Well, I've found it. Took me half an hour, but here it is. I am not as pessimistic as Augie back there. I think this is a wonderful machine. It has so many engines, how can it be bad? Welcome to the Flying Castle then, fully furnished with parapets and gargoyles. It even costs as much as a castle to run. The engine may look like a swimming pool, but RSI have brought it out to ungodly power ratios and added 2 primary and 4 secondary thrusters. When I say secondary, they're secondary by Polaris scale. For a normal human citizen, they're each bigger than a Drake Herald. The performance really is incredible. It doesn't want to move, but if it starts to, it doesn't want to slow down, much like the belligerent elephant that it is. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable because it's so heavy and bulky, and it carries a crew of 12 with their laundry included. And yet the only sounds you hear are the creaks of the torpedoes, hum of the virtual memory running out leaks, and hydrogen fuel being sucked into the engines. The thrusters just meditate and will the power of speed as the mountains go into hyperdrive. But let's not get carried away here. This is not a light fighter that you finesse. It's a military engineering that you manhandle. I am amazed that it goes around the corners at all. That it does so well, it's quite remarkable. This is a magnificent ship, but I'm not sure where it fits for a normal person like you. As a normal person, your life on this ship might dwindle down to manning one of the numerous consoles inside the belly of this beast. If you think that you can spend away your life sitting on the pilot's chair giving away orders like Kyosa, you are mistaken. This is not a one-man ship. This is a gang thing, also known as orgs. Now, it won't be fair for us to fly around this ship unmanned and make judgment calls, even though that's what we intend to do. So we thought of a novel way, a proper way to settle things. We reached out to Northfield Org to organize this event. Northfield is a lawful organization that specializes in security, medical, and industrial services with a focus on learning and supporting its members. Support they did, as they found 2 orgs for us to fight in the upcoming challenge. And we like our free stuff. So behind me, we have 2 Polarises, fully manned by their crew. On one side, we have the Independent Miners Guild, group of disgruntled Shubin and ARCOP personnel that lost their jobs and decided to buy a Polaris. They are angry miners with guns. On the other side, we have the Aurora Collective and Stellar Senate. They hate governments and corporations. A perfect fit for us, and we will let them satisfy their anger today. This is their challenge. As you can see, we are right now at our recently made top secret 3 dump hills racetrack. The ships will try to navigate the 3 hills in a zigzag pattern and cross the finish line. To make things more interesting, we have littered the racetrack with cleverly positioned Drake ships. The 2 Polari/Polarises can blow them up for extra points, but mostly for our entertainment. Let's go. This should be a proper turf war. Here we go then. This track has been designed for testing speed, agility, and worrying disregard for health and safety. Approaching the first dumb hill. Let's see how it shapes up.
I can't see them anymore, can you?
Oh no, I think they went over the horizon.
Time for a cup of tea. I'm going to put the kettle on.
Oh, what a splendid idea!
And here it is, the first casualty of war. The Miners Guild Polaris is named Sea of Silence 2. It's anything but silent. We would like to take this opportunity to say thanks for Scooter's Garage for providing these pirate surplus cuddies for us to blow up. This junk was put to proper use. Meanwhile, we were enjoying James' company, which was getting rather intriguing.
Outposts were made modular to help with mass production. They truly refined the design. It really makes you marvel.
I'm gonna get some more tea.
Did you know just the manufacturing process makes it easier to put them down anywhere? In Stanton, it was really pushed by us so it could get workers out to the remote area.
Destroying Drake ships left, right, and center. In my eyes, we the viewers are the winners. Our postal department is already receiving complaints from the Drake owners. We promise you that we will assign your mail to where it belongs, to the dumpster behind our building. And there it is, across the line, the winner, Independent Miners Guild. Prize, glory, bragging rights, and frankly, a massive repair bill.
Even 50 years ago, they'd got these so streamlined they could push out a full building in around 30 to 40 hours. It really depended on whether they wanted to go full bespoke with the living quarters and the science room. I mean, I think the biggest problem was the connectivity for the trading consoles and the cargo hangar. Oh, by the way, I found out where Richard sleeps on the Polaris.
Where?
Here, on that short bunk under there.
That is made for you, Richard. RSI is a caring company. They do look after their short kings.
Yeah. They also take care of normal people. You sleep on the top bunk.
Where I belong. Where I belong.
Right. And where do you sleep, James, if I may ask?
He doesn't get to sleep. He just sits on that servant chair there.
Hey, here, shine my boots, James.
So, it's a capital ship?
Yeah, well, technically a Corvette.
Aren't Corvettes supposed to be a bigger class?
I don't know. What else would it be?
Well, it certainly wouldn't count as a frigate.
What's a frigate?
The frigate's built for speed and maneuverability. It's intended to be used in scouting, escort, and patrol roles. Frigate is applied loosely to ships of varying design. Mostly it comes down to how the signals are interpreted by the various manufacturers.
Oh, James, just tell me what the ship is.
I'll tell you what it is. It's big. And that's the only thing that matters. And to see how much it really matters, now we have to attempt to take it to our top secret racetrack and do a lap. Some people say that he was the ATC when Mr. Trash made the jump from Stanton to Pyro. Yes, he gave him the permission, and he is the person holding server meshing back. All we know is that he is known as the Bub. He's landed up on the start, or at least half of it. The other half is still somewhere on Port Trester. And it's off, sort of. The engines are so powerful that they've melted most of gate number 1, and it's picking up speed slowly. Monks singing about eternal salvation inside the ship. This is like watching a cathedral doing lap times. Oh, he's turned it vertical to fit through the fists of Robert. The entire ship is flying through a gap that's barely wider than a toaster. This thing is so big, it's making the Papa Juggernaut corner look like a corner in a supermarket car park. A choir of monks calmly chanting like a Sunday service. Frankly, I'm not even sure if Bub's setting a lap time or performing an exorcism of our racetrack. Through the drums with afterburners. That drift might have slowed down the rotation of the planet Houston. To go through the crampon arches, Bub needs to deploy the landing gear and go at an ant's pace. Ooh, that's very close. Oof, what a relief. We won't have to cancel our show, we won't be in debt, and we will get a proper lap time. Bub, your cruise is on me tonight. This is where Bub's grit will come into play as he maneuvers this flying city block around and try not to pay his council dues. And here we are, a capital ship lap time, powered by hydrogen fuel and holy harmonies. Honestly, I'm not sure if we should be amazed or kneeling in prayer. Very impressive, Bub. So, where do we think the Polaris has come?
First from the bottom, I reckon.
Yeah, on this very extensive list.
You're not wrong. The RSI corridor did the lap in 4 minutes 30 seconds.
That's not a bad name. I wonder who came up with it.
Yeah, no, very marketable, but Hey, it might be the fastest big ship ever.
Yeah, we won't know until we actually put the Idris and Javelin on the track.
Is that even possible?
If anyone can, Bob can. At this stage, our insurance won't even cover those big ships unless Aegis rents us those ships for very sophisticated, analytical, and factual reviews that we are very famous for. And on that tally torpedo, we have to say goodbye. Thanks for watching. There's a ship and a t-shirt giveaway coming up, so stay for that. And don't forget to watch A Star in a Reasonably Priced Aurora MR, where we bring celebrities across from the verse and put them in our flying brick. We'll see you in the next episode, whenever that is. Fly safe, 07. Oh, he's gonna talk to the camera again. Can't help this guy. Well, let me start by saying my apologies to all the Drake owners. Now, personally, I love Drake. The Curry is my second most flown ship after Nomad. So in a way, I'm actually trying to include Drake in every single episode, and I would put it in there even if it's not about Drake. So consider that as my appreciation. And it's an entertainment show, not a factual show. We're not really doing ship reviews. It's more about writing a love letter to the show I love in the game I love. Huge thanks to CIG for making this possible. Where else can you do something like this? It's beautiful. It's very cathartic personally because I've grown up on Top Gear. I do this in my real life. I shoot cars in real life, I do tourism videos, and most of what I know has come from Top Gear. This is just me saying thank you to Top Gear. Huge thanks to BobEffing and MsTRUST for becoming the voice of Richard Dash and James August. We have now written character story arcs and plans for the upcoming episodes. It just takes very long to produce these episodes. We've been working on the Polaris episode since the Polaris actually came into the PTU. It's a long process, takes time, so stick around. Plus, huge thanks to Northfield.org, the Aurora Collective, Stellar Senate, and the Independent Miners Guild. Guys, it was a lot of fun. Everybody who helped out, you will all get 5 entries each to this giveaway. Now, there are 2 giveaways. The first is the Consolidated Outlands Nomad giveaway with LTI. Huge thanks to CIG for this, because this comes from CIG. And this Nomad will find a worthy owner who loves Top Gear. To participate in this giveaway, just leave a comment under any of my videos. Tell me how that video made you feel, because that really motivates me. I don't like to ask people to subscribe, share, and like the videos. But it helps. It motivates me to keep producing these videos quicker. Otherwise, I just do them when I feel like it. That's why only 1 episode in 1 year. All right, and the second giveaway is a Polaris t-shirt. This is my own artwork, and I've drawn this on my iPad using the Procreate app. Now, I won't be picking 1, but 3 winners for this. There are 3 t-shirts that I'm giving away. All right. The only catch is that you will have to pay for the shipping. T-shirts are free, but the shipping will have to be paid. And that might vary between 15 to 35 USD, depending on where these t-shirts will be shipped to. They will be shipping from India. And this is the quality, by the way. The t-shirts are very high quality and they will be printed to your size. And to participate in this, same. Just in the same comment or leave a special comment, and you need to mention that you want to participate in the t-shirt giveaway so that I don't pick somebody who doesn't want to get a t-shirt. And in the end, thanks for watching. This was a massive effort, massive, and I put my heart into it. Okay, thanks for watching. Oh, the next video that I'll upload is A Star in a Reasonably Priced Aurora MR, a very special episode, a guest from the Star Citizen racing community. Do watch that. Okay, I'll see you around, guys. 07.